What should I expect when expecting again after twins? Hi, I'm Joe Rollins. I'm the founder of dadsguidetotwins.com, where I help dads like you survive and thrive as a father of twins. Okay, so first of all, if you've survived twins, you can do anything. So a singleton baby, that's no problem. That's no problem at all. Now, there may be several reasons why you want to consider having another baby after twins. Maybe you feel your family's not complete. Maybe the first experience with twins was a total surprise. Things didn't go as planned. Whatever the reasons, that's great. What can you expect when you're having another child after twins? What are some of the ups and downs? Let's talk about some of that right now. Sometimes there's a question about, what's the ideal age gap between your twins and the next child? There's a lot of different schools of thought here. Maybe you want the twins out of diapers. Maybe you want them potty trained before you bring in the next child. Or, it all depends on your individual capacity and your strengths and your weaknesses. So keep those in mind if you can plan for child number 3 or the child that comes after the twins. The reality is that, sometimes babies come along and it wasn't when you were planning, and it still works out, and that's okay. So having an additional child after twins can bring with it a whole bunch of worries or concerns. One of those may be, what if we have twins again? So to kind of temper that concern, think about first, how were your twins, how did they arrive originally? Now, if they are identical twins, keep in mind that identical twins are completely random, one in about 250 pregnancies. And so if you had identical twins to begin with, your next child, odds are they're not going to be a twin. Odds are it's going to be a singleton, and you're going to be fine. Now, if you had fraternal twins originally, that may be due to many different factors. So maybe the odds of you having twins are a little bit higher. So if you're concerned about having twins again after twins, go ahead and ask your OB about that to see what based on mom's history, your family history, your condition. Maybe you had IVF to conceive originally. Of course, that increases your chances of having twins again. So the thing is, if you're worried about having twins again after twins, think of all the stuff that you've already learned about managing twins, handling twins. You know how to do that. And so don't be too concerned about lightning striking twice and having 2 sets of twins. There are parents that have multiple sets of twins, and they make it work and they survive, and you can too. So another thing to consider is, how will your twins react to a new sibling in the family? You best know the temperament of your current twins, and so you can think, well, are they going to rise up in rebellion when we have a new addition to the family? Or are they going to be cool with what's happening with a new addition, with a new brother or sister? And the truth is that you're probably going to experience both. Children have a tendency to express their emotions and their welcoming of a new child into the family in different ways. And so they could revolt, or they could welcome baby in open arms, or one day it could be one thing and the next day another thing. Another thing to consider with adding an additional child to your family after twins is the cost of daycare. Now, if your twins are currently in daycare, a third child in the mix may completely break the budget and not allow that to happen. And so you may need to have one parent stay home with the twins, and instead of paying for daycare or childcare. So that's something to take a look at your budget and see how you can manage that with your family. There are plenty of positives of having another child after your twins. So don't discount all the things that you've learned as a parent of twins, because you've done things that a singleton parent has not done and has not had to deal with. And so you're well equipped for adding an additional child to your family. First of all, the pregnancy is typically a lot easier with a singleton than with twins. And so if mom has made it through a twin pregnancy, knows the ups and downs, the health challenges for both mom and for babies, coming out of that, a singleton pregnancy is often a walk in the park. Those babies typically go full term, where your twin pregnancy usually ended very early, and mom may have needed to be on bed rest with the twins. A lot of that stuff is not necessarily going to happen when you have a singleton. So pregnancy may go a lot more smoothly for mom than with the twins. Another thing to consider is, once the twins are born, if you're a proponent of breastfeeding your babies, it's going to be a lot easier to breastfeed one baby than 2 babies. And that's just a logistical concern. If you've already mastered breastfeeding twins, breastfeeding a single baby is going to be, again, a walk in the park. Getting 1 baby at a time is a whole lot easier than 2 babies at a time. As you know, it was all hands on deck with your infant twins. Mom and dad had to be always there, always helping with both babies at the same time, whether it's feeding or changes or getting them to sleep. With 1 baby, it's like, wow, like one parent is completely free because the other parent is taking care of the new baby. The reality is, because you already have twins in the house, the parent who's free from taking care of the newborn is going to be taking care of your twin toddlers or your twins to keep them entertained or distracted while the other parent takes care of the newborn baby. Another advantage of you being an existing twin parent and welcoming a new baby into the family is that you know about childcare, right? If twins were your first children, that's like a crash course in everything you need to know. You know how to change diapers, you know how to feed, you know how to get them dressed, you know how to get them down for naps and sleeping, and you know what to expect. And so a new addition to the family is going to be a lot easier because you've mastered all those basics of parenting. Sure, if there's been a couple years between your twins and the new addition, you have to relearn some of that stuff, but it'll come back to you in the heat of the moment and you'll figure it out. Now, there are some challenges. I mean, there's a lot of positives of having an additional child after twins, but there are some challenges with more kids after twins as well. And one of those is the sheer logistics of managing 3 or more children at the same time. Now, when our twins were born, we already had 2 boys, and so we immediately had, at the birth of our girls, we had 4 children ages 3 and younger. And so logistically, it was a little bit overwhelming, taking care of newborns and their toddler brothers. Now, likely with twins, you've worked out some kind of system for, getting feedings done, getting naps done, getting out of the house in an organized fashion. So how does that work when you throw, a new baby in the mix when you already have toddlers? You may need to reconsider how you transport children. Maybe you need to reconsider your stroller options, or maybe you're going to wear the new baby. Maybe the baby wore the twins, or maybe the twins are still young enough to be worn while you push around the infant in a stroller. And you consider some of those logistics as well as car seat placement in your vehicle if it's going to fit all of those little baby butts in your back seat. If you have older twins that are able to follow instructions and help a little bit around the house, that'll be a huge benefit for you in maybe they can go get some diapers or they can go get a bottle, to help you with the newborn baby. But odds are they're going to be kind of demanding. Your existing twins are when the newborn is arriving. And so you may need to divide and conquer, you and your partner, to make sure that someone's taking care of the twins and someone's taking care of the newborn. There are going to be intense seasons in your parenting, particularly if your children are really close together. They kind of go through these phases together. And so you need to think about, okay, they're going to maybe go through potty training in a similar cycle and weaning off of naps. And so these seasons come really intense when you have more than one child in that age group, but then you move past them and they start to become more self-sufficient and it gets a lot better. So having twins, of course, is a huge challenge, and there's a lot of exhaustion and effort that goes into raising them. But you know what? Twins have made you a stronger parent, made you a stronger individual. And so as a parent of twins, welcoming a new addition into the family is going to be like a walk in the park. You can do this, because if you can figure out twins, you can do anything. Think about how you've grown as a parent. Your capacity to love and care for your children has grown as a parent of twins, and that's just going to expand to welcome more a child or children into your home. If you'd like additional tips and tricks on preparing for and raising your twins, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and check out some of these other videos for practical guidance on how to prepare for and raise your twins. In addition, gear recommendations for your twins, how-to articles, and other information can be found at dadsguidetotwins.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.